out to join soccer, even if it's March?
Sure, the spring soccer season is coming on Monday. I'm trying out too.
I thanked him and ran up to the changing room. I changed quickly and stepped outside only to be greeted by Pretty Face. Wow.
Wow, you're pretty good for someone who's short.
Well, you're pretty bad for someone who's tall. Why are you complaining anyway? We won. Oh, so now you're interested in me? That wouldn't work out very well.
Oh, are you so happy that I complimented you?
I'm suddenly pulled away by Ashley, and she turned around.
What were you doing? Aaron is mine. Stay away from my Aaron.
It's not my problem, I said. He was the one who approached me first.
Well, Aaron's still my ultimate secret crush.
Ashley suddenly stopped talking. So I turned around and saw Pretty Face smirking.
Oh, Ashley, you're interested in me. Way to go, Ashley. I guess I do have the hots.
Ashley blushed red scarlet and turned away from him, as opposed to blue scarlet. I'll see you later then, Ashley. Aaron whispered into Ashley's ear. As soon as Aaron left, Ashley started freaking out.
He said I'll see you later. So does that mean a date? Oh gosh. OMG. Aaron is finally mine.
She squealed. I looked around and saw all the girls staring at us. And I whispered, Ashley, you just said that really loud. And Linda isn't here now, so you're lucky. And I'm not trying to make it sound like I want Aaron, but he's coming over my house, or I'm going over his, for the science fair project.
What?
She screamed, but lowered her voice.
We had a science fair? Since when?
Oh, she wants to know about the science fair? Not complaining about Aaron and I going to see each other for the project. Sheesh, she was confusing. Since today. It's in science class, but you probably didn't go yet. You'll find out.
What's your next class?
Well, for you, it's algebra. What? How
What?
do you... Oh, wait. What's your next class?
Well, for you it's algebra.
How do you know? I asked. Does she stalk me or something? I can't tell who's talking anymore. You're in Group A, and Aaron's in Group A, so you have the same schedule as him. Wait,
You're in group A and Aaron and skips you.
what? I have to be in every single class with him? With Pretty Face? What a nice life I have in school.
What? You're so lucky. I only have gym with him.
She whined. I said, okay, but if I could change schedules with you, I would. So cheer up. I don't have feelings for him. I realized we were the only ones left in gym, so I said bye and hurried up to my locker. I hung my gym bag and took my algebra books, pencil case, and my algebra binder. As I closed the locker door, I noticed Pretty Face standing next to me. Jeez, this is all the same day. What? What do you want, Pretty Face? Oh, I guess you hang around me a lot since I'm just too beautiful. He snickered and scrawled sarcastically.
Right.
I rolled my eyes and said, let's go. You have algebra too, right?
Oh, I see you did some research on me. Yes, I do have algebra.
I mumbled softly. No, it's because you're in every stinking class with me. ...
Yeah, isn't that great? It's every girl's dream.
He sneered proudly. I grunted. Yeah, every girl who's that desperate. He muttered.
Let's just go.
I followed him and saw the room number printed across the wall. I went in and saw a bald, stubby man with a thick beard, and almost looked like Abraham Lincoln, only smaller and bald. I silently laughed to myself, then saw the class staring at me with Aaron again. I sighed. It was getting old. The man introduced himself.
Hi, I'm Mr. Jacobs, and I'm the algebra teacher. Please sit down, Molly. And Aaron, stop messing with all the girls here. Don't harass our new student.
He scolded. Before Pretty Face could say anything, I admitted. Well, he does always follow me around since I'm just too amazing. The girls murmured at each other, and Pretty Face objected.
No, you are the ones who studied the fact about me.
I didn't study you. You're in every single one of every single of my classes since you're in Group A.
Yeah, you did. How else would you know I'm in Group A?
Because Mr. Jacobs interrupted. This is a class, not a debate. Please sit down, Aaron and Molly. Sit over there. He pointed at an empty seat and saw Pretty Face going to his seat, which was far away from mine. Yes, I screamed. All the students were staring at me, and I lied. Because I'm going to a seat that is actually clean. Yeah, I'm not the best liar, and Pretty Face smirked at me, while most of the kids were still glaring at me, looking like they don't believe me, which I knew that was going to happen. I quietly tiptoed to my seat, as Mr. Jacobs taught us. I could not understand anything he taught us. Too many numbers. He assigned us our homework, and then the bell rang. Thank God, I thought to myself. It was there, and if I was there another second, my brain would have exploded. Only a few more pages, don't worry. I went to my locker and threw in all my supplies, except for the pencil case. I glanced at my schedule and saw that it was lunch. My stomach growled, and I petted it, giggling. Don't worry, stomach, I'll feed you.
Wow, you're so lonely that you talk to your gut? Sheesh, you say I have a problem.
I instantly knew that nasty little voice of his. Well, maybe I'm talking to my gut since my gut is way more awesome than you, Pretty Face.
Let me guess, you drew a face on your stomach as me?
I glared at him and ignored him as I walked away somewhere where Pretty Face is not. I looked around to see where I was. An empty, dim hallway. I noticed I have a problem. Where the heck was I? I paced back and forth. Was anyone here? I decided the best way was to go to a random room and say I was lost. I could hear someone talking. Saw a mysterious boy passing me. He had jet black hair and midnight black eyes.
No highlights.
The boy wore a gray, thin, short-sleeved shirt and dark blue jeans, while earphones were plugged in his ears and his iPod in his jeans pocket. It's too much detail. I followed him and asked, "Excuse me, but do you know where the cafeteria is?" He didn't respond, so I guessed it was because his music was blocking off my voice. So I said a bit louder, I'm sorry to ask, but where is the cafeteria?" Again, he didn't say anything, and I tapped his shoulder. Nothing. Hello? Are you alive? No response. Is he ignoring me? I ripped off his earphones and yelled, "Where is the cafeteria?" He finally stopped and turned around. He exclaimed,
Jeez, stop being loud and bothersome.
"Well, stop being deaf." All he said was,
Follow me.
and I nodded. We walked only for about 30 seconds, and he showed me the cafeteria.
Is that it?
He asked. Yep. Well, thanks anyways. Although I had quite a difficult time. Oh, wait. Before I could finish, he walked away. Wait! I cried. What's your name? He probably didn't hear, and I decided to shrug it off and get to lunch. The lunch lines were short, and most of the students were eating, and some were
User joined your channel.
already done. I went into the lunch line and saw Ashley sitting with some girls. She waved, and I waved back. I could see the lunch lady serving, and there were many selections. I decided to get a pizza slice and a water bottle, and headed off to sit with Ashley. Ashley smiled, as the rest of the girls did, and I sat down, feeling uncomfortable. A skinny Asian girl with silky long black hair and highlights looked at me and said, "Hi, I'm Trisha Park. When you argued with Aaron, it was priceless." Oh wait, that's supposed to be a Bane voice.
Yeah,
A tan girl with a braided light brown hair agreed.
and I'm Elizabeth Baker, but call me Lizzie. My twin sister and I couldn't see it, but I bet it was awesome.
A blonde girl with dark brown eyes said. A girl that looked exactly like her introduced.
I'm Ellie, and my sister's Emily,
And your parents are stupid,
but just call me Emma.
Emily told me. I was processing the new information in my brain when Ashley argued,
Why don't you guys understand? Aaron is the hottest football player in the whole world.
"No, he isn't," I muttered. "Aaron is like the ugliest football player in the whole world. Ha."
That
talking here.
comeback.
He's just a player. He breaks your heart after you date him. All Aaron is doing is having fun breaking your poor hearts. So you should lock your heart in a tight box or something when it comes to Aaron. My advice, don't fall in love with him or you'll be fine. Too late for Ashley though.
Ellie advised. I nodded my head in agreement and took a bite of my pizza. Oh really? He will fall in love with me. Oh wait.
Oh really? He will fall in love with me. And then he won't break my heart because he'll be dating me forever.
Ashley squealed with a dreamy face. Oh, wait, who's talking? Oh, so does that mean you'll be dating even when you guys are like 80 years old? In just a minute, Gigs. Well, actually, Aaron is already 80. He walks so slowly. I started to say, but I was quickly cut off by Ashley. I ate another piece of the pizza and chewed slowly.
No, no, no. Why can't you just respect my crush? He runs so fast during football practice.
You stalk him? I asked Ashley, gawking, almost choking on the pizza I was swallowed. Ashley's cheeks immediately flushed with color as she replied,
No, not really. Ashley stalks Aaron, no surprise.
Trisha shrugged.
Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. I was walking out of school and saw Ashley.
Ashley quickly covered Emma's mouth.
Don't you dare tell them.
I heard Ashley whispering into Emma's ear. Emma instantly put on a mischievous grin as she pushed Ashley away with her hands.
She had a camera and she was taking pictures of Aaron and videotaping him. This is escalating very quickly. And last time I went over her house, she had pictures of him all over her room. Plus, I even saw her going through his locker. She somehow figured out the lock.
Emma said. Ashley's face was redder now, and she quickly gobbled up her meal and drank all her juice without looking at us. I couldn't help but laugh, and soon everyone at the table was laughing. Ashley's nose flared as she growled,
Emma, you will pay.
That made Emma laugh even more, and now my stomach hurt from all that laughing. I took a huge bite of my pizza and tried not choking on it, so I forced myself not to laugh. I was left with the crust, but the crust was hard and disgusting, so I threw it out. I took a sip of my water, and lunch was done. Everyone left the cafeteria and started walking to their class, and I went over to Ashley. I tapped her shoulder, and she turned around. She smiled at me and said,
Need help with the next class? You probably do. Okay, next class is band and orchestra. I love watching Aaron play the drums in band.
Wow, I bet Aaron likes to kill the drums with the drumsticks. Poor drums.
Aaron is nice and gentle. He plays so perfectly on the drums.
I just decided to ignore her and followed the clump of students to the room. While I was walking away, I waved back to Ashley. She probably hates me right now. It's hard to believe two totally opposite girls can be friends. She ignored me, which I expected, and went into the band room, while I headed towards the orchestra room, just across from the band room. I could see the students unpacking their violins, violas, cellos, and basses, and since I didn't bring my violin, I decided to ask the orchestra teacher. The room was tiny, and noisy teenagers filled the room. I tried finding the teacher, but once I found her, students surrounded her, asking her questions. I sighed. If I go into the crowd of students surrounding her, it would take forever to get her attention. Thinking that it was better to ask a student, I looked around and saw the same mysterious boy that showed me to the cafeteria. He was unpacking his violin and was preparing his music sheets. I walked up to him and said, Hey, mysterious boy, where can I get a violin? I forgot mine. Well, annoying girl, he mimicked. There's a rack of school violins over there. He pointed to the corner of the room where some violin cases were. I'm not annoying, I defended. I'm actually quite a charming girl. Yeah, right, he mumbled. What? I shouted. I am. I actually do have looks. I whipped my hair. He said sarcastically. Oh, of course you do. I knew this conversation was going to go on, so I went to the school violin rack and took a violin. I took an empty seat and started unpacking the violin.